No bullets, no bombs, no tanks rolling through streets. Yet America is winning wars across the globe right now, and most people have no idea it's even happening. When you think of war, you imagine fighter jets screaming overhead, explosions tearing through cities, soldiers charging through smoke and fire, but the United States has perfected something far more sophisticated. A type of warfare that leaves almost no visible trace, no body bags, no destroyed buildings, no CNN cameras broadcasting devastation. This is the silent war, and it's being fought every single day with weapons you can't see, money, technology, information, and strategic pressure across every continent the US is influencing. Governments, collapsing rival economies, and reshaping global events. All without deploying a single division of troops. My name is Bobby, and today I'm exposing how America dominates the world through warfare most people don't even recognize as warfare. If you've ever wondered how the US maintains global dominance despite pulling back from traditional military conflicts, this video will completely change how you see international power. Let's start with the most devastating weapon in America's silent arsenal: economic pressure. Through sanctions, tariffs, and trade restrictions, the United States can obliterate rival economies without firing a single cruise missile. Look at Iran. Decades of US sanctions have crippled their economy. Inflation skyrocketed, the currency collapsed. Access to international banking systems completely severed. The Iranian government can't trade freely, can't access global financial markets, can't sell oil without massive complications. The result? Political instability, social unrest, economic desperation. The regime struggles to maintain control while the population suffers. And America achieved all of this without losing a single American life? North Korea? Same playbook. Decades of sanctions have isolated Pyongyang economically and diplomatically. They're technologically backward, financially strangled, and globally irrelevant, exactly where the US wants them. Venezuela's economy collapsed under the weight of US sanctions targeting their oil industry. Hyperinflation destroyed the currency, millions fled the country, the government is barely functional. Unlike traditional warfare where you destroy infrastructure and kill people, economic warfare starves the opponent slowly. It creates internal pressure that forces governments to either comply with US demands or face complete collapse. And the genius of this approach? It's politically palatable. No American families mourning dead soldiers, no shocking footage of bombed hospitals, just spreadsheets, financial restrictions, and bureaucratic mechanisms that quietly strangle entire nations. Now let's talk about the weapon most people don't even realize exists: cyber warfare. The United States possesses the most advanced cyber capabilities on Earth. Through invisible digital attacks, America can disrupt infrastructure, paralyze communication systems, and cripple financial networks in rival countries. Imagine this: you're a military commander in an adversary nation. You wake up one morning and discover your command and control systems are down. Your communication networks are frozen. Your financial systems are malfunctioning. You can't coordinate troop movements. You can't access intelligence. Your decision-making apparatus is completely paralyzed, and you have no idea where the attack came from. That's the brutal beauty of cyber warfare. It's almost completely deniable. Unlike a missile strike that everyone can photograph and trace back to its launch point, a sophisticated cyber attack can be routed through dozens of countries, masked by layers of technical obfuscation, and executed without leaving clear fingerprints. The US can cripple an adversary's infrastructure, shift the balance of power, and achieve strategic objectives, all while maintaining plausible deniability. No international condemnation, no unresolutions, just silent, invisible domination. But economic and cyber weapons are only part of the picture. The real foundation of America's silent war is something built over decades: strategic alliances. The United States maintains the most extensive network of military alliances in human history. NATO alone represents 30 countries with integrated defense systems. Add bilateral agreements across Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America, and you're looking at a global web of influence that touches every continent. Here's why this matters. America doesn't need to deploy massive armies everywhere because it has allies who do the heavy lifting. Need to contain Russia. NATO countries on Russia's borders handle frontline deterrence. While the US provides intelligence, logistics, and advanced weapons systems need to pressure China? Military partnerships with Japan, South Korea, Australia, and the Philippines create a strategic containment network across the Pacific need to stabilize the Middle East? Alliances with Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and others allow the US to project power without maintaining hundreds of thousands of troops in the region permanently through strategic military aid, intelligence sharing, and diplomatic coordination. America ensures that allies align with US objectives while potential rivals find themselves diplomatically isolated at international forums, the UN, G7, IMF, World Bank. The US can guide decisions in its favor through coalition building and diplomatic pressure. No shots fired, just influence, leverage, and strategic positioning. Then there's information warfare, perhaps the most insidious weapon in the silent war arsenal. In the digital age, controlling the narrative is controlling reality. The United States can shape global public opinion, undermine rival governments, and create internal pressure in adversary nations through strategic information campaigns. Social media platforms, news outlets, intelligence leaks all become tools for influencing how the world perceives events. Want to delegitimize a rival government? Leak corruption scandals through carefully timed media releases. Want to create internal instability? Amplify existing social divisions through targeted social media campaigns. Want to justify future action? Control the international narrative about human rights violations or weapons programs. This isn't conspiracy theory, this is documented strategy used by intelligence agencies for decades. The only difference now is the scale and sophistication made possible by digital technology. A well-executed information campaign can topple governments, spark protests, or shift international opinion, all without deploying a single soldier. The final layer of America's silent dominance, overwhelming technological superiority. The US leads the world in aerospace technology, artificial intelligence, cyber defense, and surveillance capabilities. This gives America a permanent edge that rivals simply cannot match. Advanced reconnaissance satellites monitor every inch of the planet in real time. Drones can strike targets anywhere on Earth with minimal warning. AI-powered systems process intelligence faster than any human analyst. This technological superiority means the US can respond to threats remotely, monitor adversaries constantly, and project power without traditional military deployments. Let me tie this all together with real-world examples. Iran, economic sanctions devastated their economy. Cyber operations like Stuxnet, which destroyed nuclear centrifuges, set back their nuclear program by years. Diplomatic isolation left them with few allies. The result? Iran is contained without full-scale war. North Korea, decades of sanctions, diplomatic pressure, and intelligence operations have kept Pyongyang's ambitions in check without direct conflict. Russia and China, while not fully neutralized, US alliances, NATO, Pacific partnerships, cyber capabilities, and economic measures ensure that direct military confrontation remains limited and costly for rivals. So why does this silent war strategy work so effectively? Because it avoids the catastrophic costs of traditional warfare. No American lives lost, no infrastructure destroyed. No trillion-dollar reconstruction bills, no political backlash from war-weary populations. Meanwhile, rivals face internal economic collapse, political instability, and international isolation, all while the US achieves its strategic objectives efficiently and quietly. It's also a war of perception. The world doesn't see bombers overhead or tanks in streets, but the results are undeniable. Governments change policies under pressure, economies collapse, populations suffer, and US strategic goals are realized without visible conflict. Here's the bottom line: the United States has mastered a form of warfare where influence, technology, and strategic pressure replace traditional firepower. Through economic sanctions that strangle economies, cyber operations that paralyze infrastructure, alliances that project power globally, and information campaigns that shape narratives, America dominates conflicts silently, efficiently, and with minimal risk. In this silent war, victory isn't measured by missiles fired or battles. It's measured by control influence. and the ability to shape world events from behind the scenes, the world thinks America has pulled back from global conflicts. The truth? America never stopped fighting, it just changed how it fights.